I wanted to do a video about the myth of a conservative party in the United States. There is no conservative party in the United States. People that think the Republicans are conservative are lying to themselves for a couple of reasons. I mean, if you look at the Republican Party when I was a kid was about basically shutting down the federal Department of Education, pushing states' rights, especially in education, and making things more locally accountable, and bringing the government back to a constitutional realm, bringing the government back to the realm that it was in the Constitution. The Republican Party of today is basically the Democratic Party of John F. Kennedy's time. The reason that it looks conservative is not because it is conservative. Most Republicans the touters of religion and the touters of family values and all this other stuff, they're only religious and they only tout family values so long as it doesn't become inconvenient. With President Trump's election, you see many pro-gay Republicans coming out of the woodwork. You see nobody challenging anything about the gay situation, the support of homosexuality. At CPAC, at Donald Trump's CPAC speech, he received a standing round of applause regarding his support and hoping that the Republican Party would support homosexuality. The log cabin Republicans, in all honesty, should not even exist. So, and I'm not dissing gay people here, but what I'm trying to explain is this. If you call this conservatism, this is a completely different concept of conservatism. It seems like the Republican Party is only concerned with one thing, and that's making money, keeping money, and money, 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 money. It has literally become the party of the rich. The Democratic Party is the party of the rich too. The only difference is they basically fluff the poor people into thinking that they're giving them some help when they're really using it to get rich. Look at how many Democrats are in charge of these not-for-profits and how many of them infect. Like when I worked in mental health, there was an infestation of liberals at the top levels. So what I'm trying to explain is you have the extreme left, which is the liberal Democrats. You have some moderate Democrats, but most of them have bit the dust. Like Bill Clinton was the last person I would consider to be a conservative Democrat that was in any noticeable area, okay? But if you look at, say, his wife's run, not against Barack Obama, she retained some conservatism. But when she ran against Donald Trump, she went as loopy liberal as Barack Obama because she had to retain the Democratic base, which is completely bonkers. But the Republican base is literally, the base is born again Christianity, yee-hoo, okay? But the politicians, anybody with half a brain can tell that they don't believe in anything that they're saying, unless it has to do with giving away our money to Africa, like George W. Bush did when he supported fertility clinics and medicine for Tanzania, while people in the United States are having difficulty getting medicine to this day, while people in the United States are hungry to this day, okay? So what you see is you see a country without a conservative party. And even the Conservative Party, literally the Conservative Party, which is a minor party, okay, if you look at some of the people, some of the news personalities that are conservative, that can't shut up about their black belts and MMA whatevers, they're not really conservative because they support Israel. The support of Israel is not a conservative stance. That used to be a liberal stance. Now it's supported by both Democrats and Republicans, whereas at one time the Republicans weren't down and dirty for Israel. So what I'm trying to explain here is this. There is no conservative party in the United States. That's the bottom line. But the thing is, who do conservatives vote for? They vote for Republicans out of instinct when they're not looking at the lack of conservative policies. The platform is not even the same as it was, but the things that are conservative, like disavowing gay marriage and all these things, that all falls to the wayside, okay? For God's sakes, the Republicans don't even support prayer in school anymore, which would be like or even mandatory speaking of the Pledge of Allegiance. There is not a shred of conservatism in most Republican politicians, and the ones that are conservative are all at local or county levels. And that's what my point is with this video.